Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome to Unit Lost. I am Stylosa and I've got my super swanky, oh yes, Spitfire Grand Champions jacket on. It feels a bit too big for me, but I think this is how they're supposed to be. They're like, it's like a bomber jacket, kind of. Anyway, it's fancy as hell and it's keeping me warm because it's absolutely freezing outside. This is an update video because you can probably already know right now that I'm not actually at home. I've probably put pictures up from Parliament. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to go to Parliament with some guys from Cloud9 and with some guys from Spitfire. It's going to be awesome. It's like a digital kind of conference thing which is going on. So obviously they want to know things about, you know, gaming, competitive gaming, probably YouTube and stuff like that. It's like a big sort of get together. MPs host these every now and again. But the coolest thing is this is in the Winston Churchill room in the Palace of Westminster. That is cool as hell. I never thought in a million years that me sitting in this room making videos would take me there. It's so insane. Anyway, there's more stuff. Oh, actually, before we get into the other stuff, I guess I should touch on the Gilded Gala for a second. This was a Spitfire event, which happened in London. Now, if any of you guys came to this, thank you very much. It was awesome. There was I think we had over 700 people who turned up to the event. And at the end of the event, everybody sort of got into a queue. And then we did selfies and signing sessions and all that. It was so cool. It is so awesome to me to meet people who actually watch my videos. That is crazy. People often come up to me and oh my god, I can't believe it's you, Sty. But I'm like, no, I cannot believe that you're here actually wanting to say hello to me. That just blows my mind every single time. So the Gilded Gala was super interesting because I said I'll be a host. I was like, yeah, sure, I'll be a host of this. And they were like, yeah, okay, you can host it. So it kind of gave me a hosting experience. I thought I did okay. It's totally different doing live kind of stuff compared to, what I'm doing on YouTube right now, where you kind of have to, you've got the man in your ear, like the producer in your ear, and they tell you things. So as you're going, ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome. The show is about to get started. Suddenly in your ear, you've got, we need to delay for 45 minutes. There's a Brexit protest and people are not here yet. Can we delay? Okay, so you carry on and then it's super cool. Anyway, awesome experience. I got to wear a fancy jacket, dinner suit, which was fantastic, and a bow tie, ladies and gentlemen, which was awesome. So anyway, what is going on? Well, I'm traveling down to London, or I have traveled down to London by the time you guys see this. Done the parliamentary thing, then I'm on a plane, and then I'm flying to LA again for I've been to LA a lot this year, but I'm going back to LA. Reason for this is BlizzCon, but also for the Overwatch World Cup. So let's talk about that first. So, Overwatch World Cup, we've got the UK again. We made it to the final stage at BlizzCon. However, we've got to play the USA. The USA are a very strong team. I think the UK have got a good chance. I think we come out of come out of the gates blazing, all guns firing, bang, 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 we go straight in there. If we can take them on the first map and get some momentum rolling, I think we can actually do quite a lot of damage to the US. The big danger is, it's the US, and it's in the US. And I was there last year, and I got to watch the USA play against South Korea. Watched it from a very fancy box with some of the developers. It was quite fancy. However, there are, I think, 4,000 people can get into the Anaheim Arena, and all you hear is USA, USA, which let's be real, right? If this was the UK, and it was an arena with 4,000 UK fans, you'd expect there to be UK chants going on. But it is quite the cauldron of America. So you've got your back against the wall. So we know what this is like with the UK because we had to deal with this in Paris, and we didn't really deal with it very well. We thought we would actually beat Paris, or rather France, not Paris, it's the Overwatch League team, but beat France because we knew some of their weaknesses. We had a couple of strats worked out which might have worked against them, but France were clever, and they worked out a way to deal with us, and they kind of just applied pressure onto our main tank and just sort of very simplistic way of kind of breaking it down. But they dictated the play. The crowd was behind them, and then we just couldn't really recover from that. So we've got to make sure that doesn't hit us again. Of course, South Korea are the favourites, as they always are, for these competitions. But I don't know whether South Korea will take it this year. Finland are really strong. USA are strong. Canada are decent. So we'll have to wait and see what happens. Obviously, I'd love it if the UK got to the final. That would be insane. Anyway, that's the World Cup stuff at BlizzCon. But there's also other stuff going on at BlizzCon. Now, you guys, there's no secret, right? We're going to have Overwatch new content, new hero, 100%. We're not getting a map, though. Jeff has said we're not getting any map, which is a bit of a shame. I would have liked to have seen a map, but when you look at the announcers that Blizzard usually do, so animated shorts, new heroes, I guess new game modes, we could say, or new seasonal brawls, maps to me are kind of at the bottom. I like a new map, but it's not really wow, there's a map, I can't believe it, my mind is blown. When there's a hero, you're like, oh my god, what is this hero? This is so fun to play. All the heroes are really fun to play when they come out, but then when you start seeing them get played and you're like, oh no, not Brig. But Brig was super fun when she came out and super fun to play, but then you're like, oh no, it's Brig. It's like, oh, Doomfist. Hammond doesn't really get that at the moment because Hammond's in a weird place, but yeah, new hero is the most hype, and then I guess cinematic. Or you could probably say cinematic and hero are probably quite close, to be honest, given how rare the cinematics are. So, what's going to happen at BlizzCon is, after the main ceremony, there will be streams going live. Now, I'm not a streamer. Not yet, anyway. I might be in the near future, ladies and gentlemen, so stay tuned for that. Actually, I used to be a streamer. Like, a long time ago, well, 2016, before Overwatch got big, I used to stream on Twitch all the time. And in fact, I think my Twitch channel's got like 115,000 followers on it. So I was doing all right on Twitch, but then Overwatch came out and I was like, I started making videos to start to do well. So then I just became a YouTuber, right? So it annoys me when they're like, you're not a streamer, but I kind of am, but whatever. So this means that I won't be on the streams as soon as the announcements are made at BlizzCon. Because the way BlizzCon works is you get, they do a split introduction. Last year, I think was the first year they did this, where they go to each game's arena to do the announcement for that game. So Overwatch has got the Overwatch arena, so we get like Jeff comes out on the arena stage, he'll announce the new content, we get to see it, then the Overwatch World Cup starts. But before that, we get to see like the Diablo announcements, the Hearthstone announcements, the World of Warcraft announcements, all from their own stage. It's not just done from one big stage like it was a few years ago. So you go into BlizzCon, you get all the announcers, everything gets announced. As soon as it's announced, we'll know what the hero is, we'll know if there's an animated short, or we'll know if there's any additional game modes coming out, maybe single player, any lore, anything like that. We'll know all about that. Then the Overwatch World Cup starts. But as soon as that finishes, streams will go live and they will be showing you the new hero. What we're going to do on the channel is Josh is going to make some videos showing you guys the new hero, because we are allowed to use the footage that is being recorded live from the event. So that's what we'll do. However, then later on in the day, I have a session where I can capture whatever I like from Overwatch's show floor build. So whatever they've got, I'll be able to make really detailed videos. So what's going to happen is you guys will get videos early on, which will show you quickly what the heroes are and break down, you know, what's going on. Well, hero, maybe it's heroes, who knows? Break down the new stuff so you guys will be aware of what it is. But then later on, we'll have a more detailed look. But then we'll also have developer interviews going up on the channel. Now, we're still trying to work out who we're going to get for these. Hopefully, you know, we get Jeff and the big guys coming in. I know we've got one set up with Michael Chu, which is interesting. But, you know, why would we have an interview with Michael Chu if there's not, you know, major lore announcements later show? Good Lord. Good Lord. And some other devs as well, which is going to be awesome. So while I'm at BlizzCon, content will be made. There is content which is going to go out on the channel while I'm away, but at BlizzCon, that content will sort of take over the stuff which I've got planned to go on the channel, which will be awesome. So, if you see me at BlizzCon, do say hello. Don't be like, oh, there's Sty. Just come over and say hello. I like saying hello. BlizzCon is like a really awesome event because it's so friendly. It feels like a family event. It's like the Gilded Gala that I was at with Spitfire. It feels like a family event. If any of you guys have been to major conventions, especially something like Gamescom, it feels very... it's not like a family event, right? What I mean by that is everybody has got different interests there. They're interested in different games. You know, you might have PUBG fans, not necessarily Blizzard fans, or you might have Fortnite fans or whatever. But at BlizzCon, everybody is fans of Blizzard games. So that means everybody's got common ground. So it's very chill. It isn't like a rush. Like, it's normally a rush at all of the other events I've been to. BlizzCon isn't like that. It's really cool. So you get all of the panels going on. Now, there is an interesting panel, I believe, for Overwatch. It is the What's Next for Overwatch panel. That'll be funky because they'll go into more detail on whatever they announce, you know, whether we're going to get new game modes. Hopefully, we'll see more information on the replay system because we are going to get to use that, the viewer system. Of course, I made a video on this recently on the channel, so you guys can go and check that out if you like, which basically breaks down what that means for the game, replays, the replay viewer, how it will work, and all of that good stuff. So, yeah. Basically, it's a lot of travel again for me. So, back down to London. Houses of Parliament. Well, actually, I'm into London, into a hotel. The next morning, I'm into the Houses of Parliament. But you guys probably already know about this because I've probably put pictures out on Twitter and on Instagram. And follow me on Instagram, which is instagram.com/Stylosa. Then, I am on a plane to LA. I land in LA, I do some bits and pieces. Then I do some stuff for the World Cup team. We get the teams like settled in. I think they can start scrimming on the 31st, I believe. So from the 31st, the 1st, the 2nd, does BlizzCon start on the 3rd? I think BlizzCon starts on the 3rd, 4th. No, BlizzCon starts on the 2nd, doesn't it? Yeah, so 2nd, then we go into the live games. All of Blizzard announcements are made. The Overwatch announcements, maybe they've got a new game. Hello, Diablo. Then I will start making content while I'm there. Josh is going to make some really fast videos showing you guys the new hero and all of that as soon as it drops. Then there'll be more detailed ones coming later on. There'll be loads of developer interviews. And then there'll just be other stuff which I can like make at the event. If Blizzard do have a new game, well, we can check that out, I guess. Also, if there's just, you know, other people I can talk to, there's loads of possibilities. BlizzCon is a big event and it's so cool. This is if I actually survive when I go to all of the parties as well, because there's loads of parties at BlizzCon. Like in every hotel lobby, there's like a party, and then there's loads of bars and they've got parties. Blizzard like rent out the gardens in hotels and just have massive parties. It's just like, I remember the one I was at, and they had these cocktails. They were maize snowball cocktails. I don't know what they were, but I just kept drinking them. I was like, hey, I'll have another one. And it was a fun time. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. This has been an update video. Yeah, it's fun. It's loads of travel. Hopefully, I get to come back, and the UK have done really well at BlizzCon. Like, that's, like, it's really dear to me. That is, you know, you guys know, like, you can see behind me. Like, well, I've got my cape over there as well. You know what? Actually, little spoiler, that's because they wanted me to film a video that hypes the crowd at BlizzCon in between the games. Like, cheer for the UK, which is pretty funny considering the entire audience is USA. So that's why that's in here, because I had it wrapped around me. I might have also been making tea. But I'm not the community lead, am I? So why am I doing this? Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I've been Stylosa, and this is Unit Lost. Let me know what you think about this in the comments below. Do stay tuned to my Twitter as well, because what I will do is I'll tell you where I am at BlizzCon, because I'd like to get together and do like a big group shot. If we've got fans over there, you know, we can all get together and do a big kind of thing, because I haven't really done that at BlizzCon. And the reason why I've not done that is because I've always been too busy. Like, I've always had to go off to places, and you never really get much time. Like, I'd really like to go there and just be... I am a fan of Overwatch and a fan of Blizzard games, but just be like a fan, you know, not having to think, oh, I've got to go and record this interview now, or oh, I've got to get back to my hotel room to edit. Because I've got to be real. It's not that glamorous for people like me when you go to these events. You think it's like, wow, you get to go in the place, you're like, whoa, you get VIP tickets, you get access to everywhere. But really, you wait for the announcements, make content, or you wait for the announcements, you go to your hotel room, or you go to like the press area, you start making your content, you upload it, and then you go to your interview slot, or then you go to watch a panel. After you've watched a panel, you then make content on the panel. After you've done your interview, you then package your interview up. But all of this involves going to somewhere, going back to your hotel, coming back. It's really like you're running back and forth all the time. And sometimes you have to think to yourself, it would be great just to enjoy it. So this is why sometimes I'm like... just chill. Just go there, Sty, and be like, hey, whatever. Just sort of enjoy it for what it is, and then chill. But then it's like, well, I kind of want to show you guys what's going on as well. So it's very difficult. And also, I think it becomes an addiction as well. Anyway, whatever. Ladies and gentlemen, I've been Stylosa, and I'm going to end the video. I am on my travels now. I am probably somewhere over the Atlantic as you guys watch this video, or maybe I've just landed or whatever. You guys will know, because you'll see me sending pictures out on Twitter and all that good stuff. And yeah. Hopefully the announcements are awesome. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Toodaloo.